No, I'm not going to do a recap on the 50-part series of Who Did I Marry, but I am going to give you a rundown on how intuition works and what happens when you ignore it. Hey, my name is Ty, and I'm a professional intuitive. When we are assessing intuition, we have to begin by determining our point of attraction. The point of attraction is the story that you're telling yourself, the emotion, the feeling that is urging you to act in a certain way. ReesaTeesa told us that her point of attraction was desperation. This was her time. She wanted to be married. When we look at the energy of desperation, which is the vehicle that is navigating her decision making, a healthy relationship does not match desperation. Starting from the point of attraction of desperation, I'm going to explain it to you this way. When you are searching for your keys, let's say you lost your keys in your house, you're like, where them damn keys at? Where the keys at? Where the keys at? The more that you say, where are the keys? And the more you look, the harder it is to find them. As soon as you say to yourself, you know what, they're going to pop up. I know they ain't here somewhere, they're going to pop up. Normally we'll find your keys at that point. And that's because you switch from searching to finding. The point of attraction of searching leaves you in a space where you are looking, wanting, searching. When you switch to they gonna pop up, I found them, I know they're in here, that is the energy of I found them, right? So our point of attraction in the story again is desperation. The very first thing that your intuition does when it's trying to get your attention is it's going to point to things to get your attention to focus on those things. This is where you would normally say, something told me to. That is the something blank blank phase, because your intuition is telling you, as your intuition, I am your internal alarm system. I have one purpose, and that's to ring the bells when something ain't right. And when something ain't right, I'm going to do it subtle, because the truth don't got to be loud. The truth don't got to scream. It's just going to say, hey, you notice that? Look at that. You will feel it and do a little internal pause, but you may not do anything with it. After your intuition does this pointing, the very next thing it's going to do is confirm. This is the confirmation stage, part 2. This is what people call a gut feeling. Now, people think that that's the first signal of intuition, but it's usually not. Your gut feeling happens when your mind and the story that you're telling yourself does not match the truth of the situation. When you have that gap between the heart and the mind, the truth and reality, what normally happens is a form of physical dissonance. In her story, she told you that she started to get anxious. She was numb. She was isolating herself from her family and friends. She felt that something was off. And that's what your intuition does. It says, I'm going to point that out. And now I'm going to confirm for you that something is indeed off. Because if nothing is wrong, your baseline, you're fine, right? From day to day, when you're in sync and you're doing your routine, you don't have, a sway of emotions. It's just normally like flat. But when things are out of alignment, your body is going to let you know almost instantly. That leads us to number 3, choice. Now, this is the spicy part. Even though your internal warning system is letting you know these things don't make sense, also, you can't feel at ease because it's still not making sense. But now you have a choice. And this is where we're going to go into our decision map. You can explore and acknowledge that feeling that you have, or you can ignore it. In Reesa's story, she made the choice. This man is taking care of a financial situation that has been a stressor for me. I'm going to let him lie. Lie to me, my bills is paid. And to be quite honest, a lot of us make that very same decision every single day in which we say, this job is paying the bills, I can't stand it, but I'm still going to go. That's the choice that she made. So she went the ignore route. I'm going to ignore all of my feelings about the situation. I'm going to be numb and despondent, but a basic need being met. So this is where I'm going to be at. Now, when you are choosing to ignore all of those warning signs, now you got to go into the learning phase. Your body is telling you, you have made a decision that is not good for your well-being. And you have allowed an emotion, a thought, a story that you're telling yourself to override what you know internally is not in your best interest. This is the part of her story where, she started to make voice notes and document things because her system is letting her know, you're going to be here again. And then when you move into the healing process, I don't want you to forget what this was like because you're not feeling it emotionally anymore. Like mentally, I have to appeal to you at this time because you got some thoughts and behaviors that are in the way of your actual well-being. And a lot of people can go back and forth between learning, confirming, pointing, learning, confirming. They can go back and forth. That's how you can be in a relationship that doesn't work for you. Leave that relationship and get the same type of partner in a different package. You can leave a job you're unhappy at, end up at another job that you don't like because you haven't learned whatever it is that's navigating you to make a decision that doesn't align with who you are. On the other side, we said you could accept and investigate. Once you accept and investigate, now you basically like, I felt something is off. What is it? Now, this is a very powerful tool. When you are faced with situations where you're feeling off, something that I do as a person who channels messages, I'm going to talk to that feeling. Okay, what's that? Who sent you? I'm going to ask the question, are you fear or are you insight? And then I'm going to say to myself, I'm so glad that I got that clarity. I know for sure what that is because that's me not looking. I've acknowledged it and then I've opened myself up to receive whatever the information is. Get in the habit of questioning yourself. Where is that coming from? I feel off. How can I make this feel better? Is there anything that I can do? Is there something I should be paying attention to? And then flip the switch. Oh, I'm so glad that I feel balanced again. The last stage, once you accept, after you made your choice and you accept, yes, something is off. I trust myself to figure out what it is. Now you are fully in the aha revelation. When Reesa got to her aha revelation phase, sis became CSI, TSA, IRS. She became every type of investigative, journalist, knowledgeable woman because she always had the skill set and the ability to know what was happening, but she was choosing not to. But as soon as she said, once she switched from the choice of I'm going to go the learning route to, all right, just tell me what it is, boy, that truth came running over hurdles. She was getting answers. And that continued on into her healing because now, even though she had her aha moment, now you have to unpack what got me to the point where I didn't want to know this, that I put myself in danger. Why was it so important for me to override what I know is in my best interest for something that was not? I think Reesa is an incredible storyteller. I think that this was well thought out. She's a very smart woman. A few predictions, because it wouldn't be me if I wouldn't, do a few of those things. First and foremost, contracts. Any contracts that are coming up for this situation, please, please, please do your due diligence because there are a lot of people, including these social media platforms, that are going to try to profit and rebrand your story as if it's theirs. It's going to be a lot more people because the boundaries have already been broken on social media. People who were mentioned, even though you kept a lot of people anonymous, a lot of those people may also be trying to get a piece of the pie. So you need to pay attention to your contracts. Also, the internet loves a hero, but more than a hero, they love to tear somebody apart too. So anything from your past, be prepared that those things could come to the light, Ultimately though, like I said, this story was very, very, very resonating for a lot of us. And I hope that this breakdown encourages you to not put yourself in a situation where you are going against what your internal warning system is telling you.